Humanity's goal is to find out individually, each one of us, who indeed we really are. Because who we think we are is not who we are, and that is for certain. Because who we are, that is the being that's within inside of us. That is our spirit. And we somehow or other in our society and our learnings and teachings and our concepts, which were conditioned, from the time we were very little children, and we forget who we really are. Who we really are is that little baby who has, who is born with who he really is or she, and they haven't formed concepts. They haven't had time. So if you take a look at that little baby, after it's been fed by its mother and after it's being hugged, and you got to see the smile on that baby's face. And after it's been diapered, and you look at it and you're absolutely astounded, because to be in that presence, you can't help but smile. You can't help but be happy. To become, again, I think it was in the Bible, I believe it said, you cannot enter the kingdom except you be as a small child or something like that. But that's what it is. We have to leave that separate feeling, that those thoughts of who we are, and really realize what we are, who we are, and when we are. So that to answer those big three questions, I call it the wizard three-step. Then I do that. I know every day of my life, I have to go back to that place where that little baby is. And I look around me and I do it without thinking, without judging. And something comes over me. I mean, if I just close my eyes, and ask myself, who am I? And don't answer that question, because the mind is going to answer that question, but it will not be the mind answering, it'll be the ego answering, not who you are. But the answer to that question, when you ask, who am I? Just try it right now. Ask, who am I, with your eyes closed? And that feeling that you get, that consciousness of who you are, can't be even described in words. There are no words for it. It's beyond words. And it's beyond belief. Because who you believe who you are is based upon these concepts that you have that have been conditioned your whole life. Now, of course, I have a long life, to look back on and to lose all of the conditioning that I had over these many, many years. Oh, and it took me a long time. And believe me, when I first discovered the being that I am, that is the words that cannot be described, but you can feel it. You can feel that being, who you are. Again, there are no words to describe it, but you certainly can feel it. And you start to feel what that baby is feeling. When you open your eyes and look out, what do you see? You see actually who you really are, because that life, that consciousness that is in nature, that is in everything, the trees that you see, the plants that you look at, and looking at another person, you see yourself. Because that I am, that one being, that one life that we all share is who we are. And that's really what it's all about. That's really discovering that happiness. Because if you have never experienced it, then I can't describe it for you, because it's in you. My words are not going to give it to you. You have to find it by going inside.